on other. The larger political narrative in these elections is development plus change plus caste, or only development?
Well, as far as I can understand, the Prime Minister, of course, has been saying all this in all his speeches earlier also and today also at Munger, which I heard just coming before coming to this program. Essentially, I will not go by the surveys which have been coming out, but I'll still say that BJP has a distinct advantage in Bihar. Going by the reports which I have been getting, Bihar is all about castes. Let us not forget, all these governance, development, they are, very good things to talk about in, TV programs and in newspaper editorials. The outcome in Bihar is going to be determined only by caste combinations. And there are only two factors in Bihar. No BJP leader is a factor. It is either Nitish or Lalu. Either people are for them or are against them. What simply it means right now is that there are more people who seem to be against these people than for them. So I personally think that BJP will win this election very, very comfortably, and they have a very distinct advantage going in.
So you're saying a comfortable win for BJP, looks like advantage NDA for BJP in the assembly elections. This is what surveys are saying. But your take on this, Mr. Gupta, in terms of has BJP really been successful so far in terms of campaigning? And if you have to compare the very strategy of the BJP, the fact that, in terms of, it looks like a personality clash between Narendra Modi versus Nitish Kumar. At this stage, your assessment from on field?
In fact, the campaign has been very strict, and Janata Dal U has matched BJP's campaign levels this time. It's not like Lok Sabha when BJP's campaign was very high pitched, whereas the opposition had fallen flat. So this time JDU has already had a lead over BJP before the campaign actually started. So now they are matching, and now when Amit Shah has started camping in Patna, and BJP is bombarding Bihar with its senior leaders' rallies. So campaign has picked up, and the plank from both sides is development. Nitish is for development and BJP is for development. Only Lalu Yadav is a factor where BJP accuses Lalu of bringing in Jungle Raj if this Mahagathbandhan is elected to power, whereas Nitish's claim is that Lalu has been supporting his government for the last year and a half, and there is no Jungle Raj.
Also the role of urban voters versus rural voters, because Bihar is a rural state, so when you go by almost like 11 to 12% of the urban voters voting in favor of the BJP, how far that can actually bring in change and really help the BJP in actually sweeping these elections, because largely the rural voters, as widely reported and as we understand, is going to go with the Mahagathbandhan?
Rural voters, in fact, that is something which very few media people figure out. In fact, that is why most of the assessments, they go wrong. Whether it was UP, no cephalogist had figured out that Samajwadi Party will get complete majority. Similarly, in Delhi Assembly elections, nobody had said that Aam Aadmi Party will get 67 out of 70 seats. Similarly, in Lok Sabha elections, nobody had given BJP or rather NDA a complete majority. So that is one reason, because cephalogists and media guys, they cannot figure out the mind of rural guys.
Okay, Sushil Pandit, the larger political narrative in these elections.
The big picture, Natasha, I feel is it's a contest between Nitish's caste engineering and Modi's political alchemy. We need to see as to what of the two work. My own assessment is that Lok Sabha elections were the highest watermark Modi's magic could work. If BJP is able to replicate even that, which totals up to about 36 odd percent.
39%.
Even then, it is 5 to 6% short of the disparate opposition that could garner in terms of vote percentage in Lok Sabha elections. So there is a huge shortfall between the two. And BJP is always suspect in Bihar and UP when it is a one-on-one contest. When there is a BJP versus a disparate opposition and BJP is on ascendance, then it is always much easier. But a BJP on ascendance with an entire non-BJP constituency consolidated, BJP is always suspect.
Okay.
In the immediate aftermath of Ayodhya in 93, Mayawati and Mulayam combination could trump BJP, though BJP's vote never diminished.
Right.
Likewise in Bihar, today, and as some of my co-panelists have said, it is all about caste. The caste arithmetic is stupendous. To overcome it, other factors will have to play, and those other factors, give me a moment.
Right.
Give me a moment. The other factors are, A, there is a Dalit consolidation which has aligned with the traditional voting patterns of BJP. That's number one. Number two, there is a huge conflict between Lalu's constituencies, Lalu's party, and Nitish's party on ground level.
Right.
If you recall, earlier the two had called for a merger. The merger could not take place. Thereafter, everybody was plummed for the non-BJP constituencies. BJP has traditionally fought on only 103 out of 243 constituencies. So there were 140 constituencies where BJP had never fought, was never tested. In those assembly constituencies, both Lalu and Nitish were seeking their own candidates.
Right.
And it is this conflict on ground where sitting ministers